see these guys are finishers, so I don't see it going that long. I see it ending in round 1 or 2.
Okay. I think Vegas agrees with you. Obviously, they don't put when they think it's going to finish, but Magomed at minus 240. That's a pretty heavy favor.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't. Yeah. However, this last fight, the people that have the wrestling and the submission were better than the strikers, and we'll go over that later. But yeah, so maybe that might give me a little bias as well. The next one is a prelim card. It's on ESPN 2, welterweight. Dwight Grant against Carlo Pedrusoli. So Grant is out of AKA. He's that's the camp that has Cain Velasquez and DC. He's a very talented striker. I've actually watched some of their fights. When I was going back and forth on this. He seems to actually have some pretty good takedown defense. He was sprawling with guys. Yeah, he's got a pretty good takedown defense. Pedrusoli is really well rounded though. If Pedrusoli wins, I think it would be decision or submission. But I think I got Grant by TKO or KO. Grant throws bombs. I think it's going to be round 1. Grant by TKO. I think he'll be able to stop the submission, and I think that he'll land some bombs on him.
So this one's another underdog pick. Dwight Grant plus 105, so not too far of an underdog. But Pedersoli, at a minus 135 could be the safe bet, but I'm gonna trust you with the pick.
I know we're kind of going kind of heavy underdogs right now, which is not really what I was intending, but it's just what I kind of see. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like it.
I know the only good thing is like you don't need all of them to hit to win any money.
As far as all of our picks so far, the ones that we're betting on, all but one are underdog.
That's awesome. Next one, featherweight. Daniel Tamir against Chris Fishgold. So Daniel's the brother of David Tamir, who is actually a really good fighter. They're both pretty talented. They both were on the Ultimate Fighter reality show or whatever it is. Fishgold is bigger, and I believe that Fishgold's more talented. I think Fishgold is going to end this with a submission. Probably round 2. They might feel each other out round 1, but I got him winning by submission.
And you finally get another favored pick. Minus 225, so
yeah,
they're not
that's
really
about right.
buying into the family name with Tamir.
No. And honestly, he looks just like his brother too. I think if he didn't have the name and didn't look like him, I don't think he'd be in the UFC right now. He's like a 6-4 record.
Oh man!
So his record's not even the best. Next one, women's flyweight. It's Gillian Robertson against Veronica Machado. Or Machado? No, Machado, because there's an E. I don't know. Maybe not. Veronica, so they're both... Veronica M. She's 23 years old. She's fighting out MMA Factory. She's 5-2-1. Gillian is 23. She's fighting out ATT, America Top Team. She's 5-3. It's like... That's like even. They're the same fighter, So Gillian is bigger. I got her by decision. Gillian by decision.
Okay.
She's
not a whole lot of a difference on this one.
Yeah.
Robertson at minus 145. Veronica M at plus 115. So.
Yeah.
You saying it's going to be the same fighter basically? I think Vegas probably has that in their head too.
Yeah. And I do believe that ATT is a better camp, so that's why I was kind of the height and also the camp. That's what just pushed me over for her. So, the next one, Damir Hadzovic against Marco Polo Reyes.
Is his name really Marco Polo?
At least that's what it says on ShareDog. So I'm going with it, Marco Polo Reyes. Damir is 2-2 in his last 4. He's fought pretty good competition. He has wins over Nick Hine and Marcin Held, who both look really promising. They're not top tier, but they're pretty good fighters. And Marco Polo Reyes is pretty similar to Damir. This is a pretty even fight against two very active fighters. in the cage. I mean, like they don't run around. And I'm taking actually I don't know. Is this the one I was picking? Because on here I said that I'm taking Marco Polo. Let me see what yeah. So I put it on my picture too. So I'm taking Marco Polo Reyes by decision.
All right, I like it. At least with all the kind of favored picks that we have so far, it hasn't been a huge difference. I think that Magomed one is the only one that's been a pretty large point span. But this one, minus 135, that's not a bad line to come into on a favored fighter.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. The next one, welterweight. Michel Fajares against Ismail, the Austrian Wonder Boy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced Fajares. Fajares is a 8-fight win streak. He is like this ball of muscle. He takes people down and overpowers them. He's another guy that usually fights around mid-level competition. And for as long as he's been in the UFC for an 8-fight win streak, I can't believe that he's not fighting like top 5 competition right now. It's kind of crazy. But the welterweight division is kind of crazy right now. There's a lot of good fighters in the welterweight division. Ismail, Australian Wonder Boy, has some pretty awesome KOs and strikes. He's coming in short notice as well. I think that Fajares' experience in wrestling will get to him, though. He might even get a submission win. I have him winning by submission in round 2. And I looked at this, and he's a pretty big underdog. I mean, a favorite. I think he's like minus 400 or something.
Yeah, right after I said that, we were staying clear of all the huge point span differences, you went and landed me with a minus 400 versus Ismail at a plus 300.
Dude, the MMA math it doesn't add up for Ismail. I mean, I don't even know if he's ever had adversity on the ground game, and Fajares can end it on the feet too. So,
well, hey, we'll put $1. A quarter's better than no quarter.
Rusman Khabibov against Carlos Diego Ferreira. Khabibov is a decision machine. He's been around in the UFC for a while. He was one of the first one of these first fighters out of the area, and I think that he gets lumped in with some of these people that finish fights, but he really wins a lot of decisions. His last TKO win was against Yancy Medeiros, and it was only because Yancy Medeiros had a thumb injury in 2013. He's hard to put away, though, and he's very talented, and he fights very smart. Diego Ferreira is very talented. I got Khabibov by decision. I think that he's just... I think that he's going to fight very smart.
Okay. I like the pick. Seems like a safe pick. Especially some of these prelim ones that, we'll get into it in these prelims fights.
Yeah.
Sometimes hard to pick.
Oh my gosh, I know.
We started out slow last week. We'll get into it, but I think going with the favorite down here, I don't blame you one bit. He's coming in at minus 140, so there's still some money to be made. But,
I could see the line being there. I think he wins. I definitely think he wins. Just decision though. Next one, lightweight. This is where I got some more heat too. Damir Islamgolovich, whatever, against Joel Alvarez.
Ismagulov.
So, there you go, Ismagulov. So Damir Ismagulov against Joel Alvarez.
You gotta say his name like that every single time.
Both guys are streaking from other promotions. Alvarez is a submission master. Damir Ismagulov, he's won more by decisions, and his last TKO win was a hand injury from his opponent. Kind of like Khabibov, so it's kind of ironic that they're fighting close on the same card. I don't think that Ismagulov has fought people that really have submissions very well. I'm picking Joel. I was kind of back and forth on this, but if anything last week taught me was don't overlook these wrestler and submission guys. Joel has submissions, all different kinds. He has all these different kinds of submissions, anaconda choke, I think he has some like knee bars. He has arm bars. He has rear naked chokes. If you have a guy that's that well versed, he gets a hold of a body part, he can win.
I'm a fan of the pick. I love picking the underdog,
Yeah.
especially at plus 200.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah. So, yeah, some guy was just critiquing those two big underdogs, Dotson and Joel. I see them having paths to victory, though. There's some fighters where it's like, I don't see a path to victory or anything, but yeah, those two guys definitely have a clear cut like path to victory, and it can happen, especially with those early prelims. You never really know. It's a lot of times it's the first time that they're fighting in a big promotion, and their other promotions might be heavily strikers, so it's hard to call.
Okay, well that's 12 total picks.
Yeah.
We left out the Lucy and Liz fight just because there was no real definitive pick. But dollar on each fight. We'll risk $12, see what we can get, and then we can go through and let's see about some parlays that you like, Justin. Pick maybe your 5 most confident.
Oh, geez. Oh, I want to give like these underdogs though. So definitely Jean Vellante and Dwight Grant, those two guys, and they're both underdogs. So that makes me, I think putting Jan Blachowicz in there as well, just because, and it gives me more confidence with the movement of the line too on that one.
Who was the second guy you said?
So Jan Blachowicz, Jean Vellante, and Dwight Grant.
Perfect.
So that's just 3.
You want
right?
to run a three pick parlay?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like yeah. Well, I was thinking we throw 5 fighters together and you do a 3-person round robin.
Let's do it. I'll do a 3 pick parlay for $5, and we'll save that last 10 for a round robin. How's that?
Yeah, that works. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's do it. Give me a round robin.
So we have Jan Blachowicz, John Vellante, Dwight Grant. I think you should put Chris Fishgold in there. I don't really see Daniel Temur having a path to victory. And then Kobylov.
All right, I missed one of them. Go through them one more time.
So Jan Blachowicz, John Vellante.
John Vellante.
Yeah, Dwight Grant.
Dwight Grant, got him.
Chris Fishgold.
Okay, Fishgold was the one I missed.
Yeah.
If I can find him again. There we go. Chris Fishgold.
Yeah.
5 fighters. We'll do a round
3
robin.
ways.
3 ways. $1 bet. Possibility of winning 62-27.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Bet is placed.
Nice. We should have probably put in a lot of those big underdogs, though.
It's
like
okay.
Joel and John Dotson. How crazy would that be? All right. You're going to hear my mouse a little bit.
Pretty damn well.
I know. All right. If you don't have anything else on that card, I'd like to go over the last card.
Let's do it.
Okay. Last card was the first UFC on ESPN. UFC on ESPN, Nagano versus Velasquez. I actually took some... So we'll go to the main event later, but I actually took some heat on that for picking Nagano. A lot of people were heavy on Velasquez. We'll go over what happened there, though. So early prelim card, I was so strong on Elbu against Emily Whitmire, and Elbu, she actually lands a couple strikes on her, and then gets taken down, and she I guess she was a bodybuilder, so she was just muscling her way up, And while she was muscling her way up, she gave up her back and then whipped